Okay, Mr. Castillo, can you hear me? Are you Ricardo Castillo? Can you hear me? Okay. Are you Ricardo Castillo?
Yes, I am.
And you speak English fine?
I do.
My name is Judge Sarah Smolensky. I have you in front of me for what's called an arraignment. And an arraignment is the first time you come before the court to hear what you're charged with, what the possible penalties are, and what your rights are. You'll be able to ask a question when I get through talking to you. And attorney Richard Zambon is here from the Michigan Indigent Defense Council. He's a limited scope representative attorney, and I'll give him a chance to speak in a minute too. Mr. Castillo, you're charged with assault with intent to commit murder. They're alleging you tried to make an assault upon a child by the name with the intent to commit the crime of murder. It's a felony, life imprisonment, or any number of years less than life. A DNA sample can be taken upon your arrest, and a consecutive sentence may be imposed under the statute if the assault was committed in a place of confinement. They're alleging this occurred June 15 at an address on Ella Terrace Court in Plainfield Township. The second felony offense, Mr. Castillo, is first-degree home invasion. Breaking and entering or did enter without permission a dwelling located at an address of 8069 Ella Terrace Court, and while entering or present or exiting did commit an assault, and while entering, present in, or exiting the dwelling committed the assault on this person I identified as A, initials AT. She was lawfully present therein. It's a felony, 20 years in prison, and or $5,000 fine, and a consecutive sentence may be imposed for any other convictions arising out of the same transaction. The third felony, Mr. Castillo, is called criminal sexual conduct, assault with intent to commit sexual penetration. They're alleging you did assault another person. This individual with the initials AT with the intent to commit criminal sexual conduct involving sexual penetration. This is a Tier 3 offense under the Sex Offenders Registration Act. Take notice that pursuant to the statute, if you're bound over to circuit court, the district court judge shall order that you be tested for venereal disease, hepatitis B infection, for the presence of any HIV or antibody to HIV, and if the judge determines there's reason to believe the violation involved any sexual penetration or exposure to a body fluid of yours, the judge would automatically order a test. If the district judge determines testing is not required and there's a conviction in the case, the court must order the defendant to be tested. Most of the time it's a blood, sometimes it's other specimens that are collected. That criminal sexual conduct assault is a felony, 10 years in prison, possible, mandatory testings, as I've said, and a DNA sample can be taken immediately upon arrest. The fourth charge, Mr. Castillo, is called carrying with an unlawful intent a dangerous weapon. They're alleging you did with the intent to use the same unlawfully against the person of another, go armed with a knife having a blade over 3 inches in length, and it's a felony. 5 years in prison, possible, or $2,500 fine, and if you were convicted, mandatory forfeiture of the weapon. Now, Mr. Castillo, are you still listening to me okay?
Yes, I am.
All right. You have the right to remain silent. You don't need to say anything to anyone. If you choose to speak out, what you say can be used against you in court. What you write down can be used against you in court. You have the right to have a lawyer present during any questioning you consent to, And in cases when you're charged with these 4 separate felonies, you must have a lawyer. You have to have a lawyer. They won't let you go forward without legal representation. You have 2 appointments that are set up. The 2 appointments are set up on June 29 and July 3. June 29 is a Wednesday. No, cancel that. June 29, yeah, it should be the 26th because that's a Sunday, Saturday. June 26th is the first appointment. I apologize. June 26th, it's a Wednesday. And that's scheduled at 8:30 in the morning. We're located at Knapp in the Beltline. That's called a probable cause conference where you and your attorney would have to be present physically in court. I am your judge on this case and I would be talking to you about it. I would be talking to your attorney and I would be talking to the prosecutor because at the probable cause conference they make a determination of whether you need to have a preliminary exam. Yours is scheduled for July 3 in front of me at 9:30 in the morning. July 3 is actually a Wednesday after June 26. It's the next week. Wednesday, July 3rd at 9:30 in the morning. And that's where testimony is actually taken in front of me, where evidence is presented by the prosecution to try to show, one, that a crime or crimes have been committed, and that there's probable cause to believe you, Mr. Castillo, are the one charged with those offenses that had probable cause to commit those offenses. It's not the trial. It just makes a determination of whether the case moves on to circuit court. Now, we have an address right now for you, Waterley Avenue. I have 2 different addresses, Waterley and Mayfield. What's the address?
It will be Mayfield Avenue.
Is Mayfield a house?
It's not, it's an apartment.
Do you live in that apartment with anyone else?
That's myself.
Just by yourself? How old are you, Mr. Castillo?
4 years old.
Could you give that? 23?
4 years old, ma'am.
24?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. 24 years old. Do you currently, right now, have any cases in any other courts?
No, ma'am.
Do you work?
Yes, I do.
What's your job?
My job is a Marine Corps recruiter for the Marines.
Okay. What is the deal with that Waterley address? Why is that on there? Do you know?
So, because I was in active military, I never actually canceled my residency of living in Waterley. So I was just living in or stationed in North Carolina for the past 5 years.
The Mayfield address where you have an apartment, it's right here in Grand Rapids. Fair?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long have you lived there?
Since September of last year.
September of last year. Okay. All right. Before I have Mr. Zambon speak, I want to talk to you a little bit too about this. There's a separate charge from the same day at a different location. June 15th, which would have been Friday. The same day. Oh, that's Saturday. June 15th, Saturday, at an address on Oak Street in Rockford. They're charging you with illegal entry without owner's permission, where they said you entered with or without breaking a certain building or structure, a house, that's right at 192 Oak Street in Rockford. Whether it was occupied or unoccupied, without first obtaining permission to enter from the owner or occupant, agent, or person having immediate control thereof. It's a misdemeanor. They call it illegal entry or entry without owner's permission. The possible penalty is 90 days in jail, up to $500 fine. You'd have the right, Mr. Castillo, to plead guilty or not guilty, to have a trial in front of a judge or a jury, to have an attorney. This is a misdemeanor case. and the least of all your worries about everything you're charged with right now. That misdemeanor allows you the right to have a trial in front of a judge or a jury, allows you to have an attorney represent you, and if you could not afford to hire an attorney, the court could appoint an attorney to represent you. Then you pay the expense of a court-appointed attorney. I'd anticipate when you get your attorney on the big felony cases, you'll also talk to that attorney about this misdemeanor, which, as I've said, is the least serious and least worrisome of the cases that you have. Because you have a life felony, a 20-year felony, a 10-year felony, and a 5-year felony. The case I just read to you is a 90-day misdemeanor. 90-day misdemeanor. We still say not guilty on that case, Mr. Castillo, as we say not guilty on all charges. Now, Mr. Zambon, did you have a chance to talk to Mr. Castillo briefly ahead of time?
Yes, sir, and I did. He was very cooperative with me. He gave me all of the information that he provided to court services, much of which we have gleaned from directing questions to Mr. Castillo. I would also point out that the court services pretrial release report indicates that Ricardo has absolutely no criminal record whatsoever, and that he's been in the same area here as a recruiter for the last 9 months. I would ask the court to take all of that into consideration along with his service to the country as a Marine recruiter and set a reasonable bond. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Castillo, while I gave you the dates of when you have to be back in our court, June 26, Wednesday at 8:30, July 3, Wednesday at 9:30. You will have an attorney that you get to talk to prior to both of those. Well, honestly speaking, that first appointment, you might meet the attorney that day. But I definitely will give you time to talk to the attorney. But it's very possible you'll meet him before the 26th of June. Do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am.
All right, this is what I'm going to tell you. This is as big as it gets. This case, it's as scary as it gets. It's as horrific as it gets. And it puts all of us in a fear zone like no other. I don't understand any of what the allegations are other than what I've read to you. And you're going to have to talk with your attorney step by step because these are big cases. One, no matter what, I don't want you to have any contact, directly or indirectly, with the people that live in that house on Ella Terrace by the name of Timmer. I don't want you to have any contact with the person that I identified as the initials AT or any of her family, whether you know them or they're total strangers to you. We enter a plea of not guilty on all charges, 4 felonies and 1 misdemeanor. Not guilty is the plea that's entered currently. You are to report to court services. You're not allowed to be in possession of any weapons, regardless of what kind of weapon. No weapons, no ammunition. Report to court services. I'm saying you live alone. No contact with any children. That's anybody 17 years in age or under. You cannot have any contact with any children. You have to have a GPS tether if you're released from the jail. And the bond currently for the 4 felony cases is $2 million in cash. $2 million in cash only. That is how serious this court takes all of these charges, and we want to make sure you're monitored if there's any chance you're released from jail 24/7. Now, on the misdemeanor case for the illegal entry, I make it a $5,000 10% bond. $5,000, 10% bond. That's $500. And we still say not guilty on that charge. You're going to want to talk with your attorney, whoever you get, for all of these charges. Now, Mr. Castillo, do you have any questions for me? Could you repeat that?
Just have one last question, ma'am. When would I, like, be assigned my attorney, or when can I talk to him or her?
That's a good question, and I would say within the next 5 to 10 days, you're going to be talking with your attorney. The first appointment you have with us is June 26th. Today is the 17th, so it's going to be within the next few days when an attorney gets assigned to you. They'll make an effort to try to contact you. Sometimes they've met their client before the first appointment. Sometimes they have not. I will make sure, since I'm your judge, that I have time for you to talk to that attorney if you have not met them before you come to my court June 26th. Do you get that?
Yes, I do.
Any other questions?
That would be it, ma'am.
Did you get fingerprinted when you were arrested?
Yes, I did.
Okay. We'll see you on Wednesday, June 26th. Follow the rules exact.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, you guys can pick up your stuff. Come up and get it.